Have you ever met someone who just seems lucky? No matter what happens, no matter how chaotic the world gets, they always seem to land on their feet. When they lose a job, an even better one appears within a week. When they miss a flight, they meet the love of their life in the terminal. It's as if they are playing a game where the dice are loaded in their favor. Most people look at them and say, they're just lucky. But Neville Goddard taught us that luck is an illusion. What you are seeing is the physical manifestation of a persistent inner assumption. These people aren't lucky. They have simply accepted a different truth. They have decided, deep within their soul, that the universe is rigged in their favor. Today, I want to invite you into a new way of being. I want to teach you how to move from a life of struggle to a life of delusional certainty. I want you to learn the art of acting as if everything, every delay, every no, every unexpected turn is actually a calculated move by the universe to bring you exactly what you desire. Welcome to the state of the favored one. Let us begin. To act as if is a phrase that is often misunderstood. Many believe it means pretending. They think it means wearing a mask of happiness while their heart is full of fear. But Neville Goddard didn't teach us to be actors in a play. He taught us to be creators of a reality. To act as if everything always works out for you is not an external performance. It is an internal resting. It is the decision to stop being a detective of your life, always looking for clues as to why things are going wrong, and to become the author. An author doesn't panic when a character faces a challenge in Chapter 5. Why? Because the author has already written the ending in Chapter 20. The author knows that the challenge is necessary for the victory. In this transmission, we are going to explore the three pillars of this state: the law of total assumption, the bridge of incidence, and the Sabbath of the mind. By the end of this hour, you will not just know this teaching, you will feel it in your bones. You will walk differently. You will breathe differently, because you will know with a quiet, dangerous certainty that you cannot fail. This leads us to the second pillar, the bridge of incidence. This is the series of events that connects your current moment to your desired end. Neville taught us that once you occupy the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you have set the bridge in motion. But here is the secret that most people miss. The bridge of incidence often looks like a series of disasters. To the human mind, a straight line is the best way to get from A to B. But the divine mind knows that sometimes you need to be fired from your job so that you are forced to start the business that makes you a millionaire. You need to be ghosted by that person so that your heart is open when your soulmate arrives. When you live in the state that everything always works out for me, you stop judging the bridge. When you're on a plane and it hits turbulence, do you try to jump out of the door? Do you run to the cockpit and try to grab the controls from the pilot? No. You sit back, you fasten your belt, and you trust that the pilot knows how to navigate the storm to get you to your destination. You must treat the universe with the same respect. If your car breaks down, say thank you. If you get a no, say thank you. The no is just the universe's way of saying, not this door, my dear. There is a much bigger one just around the corner. Act as if you were a VIP being escorted through a crowded club. You don't have to push, you don't have to shout. You just follow the person with the flashlight. The flashlight is your feeling of, it is done. Everything else is just the scenery along the bridge. The first pillar is the law of assumption. Neville told us, the world is yourself pushed out. This means that the universe has no opinion of you. It is a mirror.
It is perfectly neutral. If you assume the world is a cold, hard place where you must fight for every scrap, the universe, like a faithful servant, will provide you with plenty of fights to prove you right. But if you assume that you are the favorite of the universe, if you assume that everything, even the bad things, are working for your good, the universe must reorganize itself to match that assumption. Imagine a man named Elias. Elias is a musician who has a dream to perform on the world's biggest stages. One day, he arrives at a major audition and the doors are locked. The audition was moved and he wasn't told. The old man, the person Elias used to be, would have been devastated. He would have seen this as a sign that he wasn't good enough or that the world was against him. But the new Elias has a different assumption. He stands at those locked doors and smiles. He says to himself, "I don't know why this door is locked, but I know it's working for me. Perhaps there's a better opportunity I haven't seen yet." He goes to a nearby coffee shop to wait. While there, he sits next to a woman who is looking at a sheet of music. They strike up a conversation. It turns out she is a world-renowned producer who was looking for exactly his style. Was it luck, or was it the fact that Elias refused to accept a negative reality? Because he assumed it was working out, he remained open. He remained in the frequency of success. If he had gone home in anger, he would have missed the producer entirely. Your assumption is the magnet that pulls the bridge of incidence toward you. The third pillar is the most practical: living in the end. Neville said, "You must occupy the state of the wish fulfilled until it becomes your natural home." This means you must stop trying to manifest. When you try, you are telling the universe you don't have it. If you are trying to be rich, you are vibrating poverty. Instead, you must cultivate a mental diet. What is the inner conversation of someone for whom everything always works out? They don't wake up and think, "I hope I have a good day." They wake up and think, "I wonder what wonderful surprises the universe has for me today." When they encounter a problem, their inner speech isn't, "Why me?" It is, "I can't wait to see how the universe handles this for me." This is the Sabbath of the mind. It is the state of psychological rest. It is the feeling you have on a Sunday afternoon when all your work is done and you can just be. To act as if everything always works out, you must practice the feeling of relief. Close your eyes for a moment. Pause 3 seconds. Think of a problem you are currently facing. Now, imagine it is 1 year from today. The problem was solved perfectly. In fact, it led to something even better than you imagined. Feel that sigh of relief. That sigh is the frequency of the favored one. Carry that sigh with you into your day. When the 3D world tries to show you a problem, answer it with that sigh. You aren't being delusional. You are being faithful to the only reality that matters, the one within. My dear friend, the world is waiting for you to tell it who you are. Stop asking for permission to be happy. Stop waiting for the bank account to change, for the person to call, or for the health to return before you decide that life is good. Decide now. Assume with every breath you take that the universe is your greatest fan. Assume that the stars are aligned in your favor. Assume that every person you meet is a messenger sent to help you on your path. When you walk through the world with the delusional certainty that everything always works out for you, it has no choice but to do so. The mirror has no will. It must reflect the face you show it. Before you leave this space, I want you to anchor this frequency. Do not just think it, physicalize it. Type, "Everything always works out for me" in the comments below. Let those words be your contract with the infinite.
If this transmission resonated with your soul, subscribe to this channel and join our community of conscious architects. We are moving beyond the delta state, beyond sleep manifestation, and into the lived reality of the I Am. Tonight, as you go to sleep, rest in the relief that it is already done. Everything is working for you. It always has, and it always will. Go in peace, and remember, the dice are loaded in your favor.